shit.
The con, what's up?
Oh man, okay. So we got Bill on. I'm
So
waiting for some other people. I didn't even know. I didn't even know that shit was right there just now.
yeah, I'm in
Yo,
here.
the number was 313 when I just looked at it. My house now. I'm like, oh, it's all about it. Bill, come on, the 313.
I was like, let me sit out here in this nice, relaxing air. It's hot in the crib, boy. Whew. How many
Yo,
people
this
you got on, E?
I got about maybe just about me, you, and two other people, probably maybe two or three other people. I ain't really worrying about the views right now because I just wanna I'm gonna take this recording,
Oh, okay.
you know what I'm saying, and I'll take certain parts of it and chop it up. And then I gotta start getting used to this because I'm gonna start doing this on like every Monday.
You gonna start doing live podcasts?
Yeah, every Monday. Cause I'm
Are you
telling you,
doing?
man, yo, Billy, people they don't know what's coming, B.
Oh, I know it's crazy, bro. I'm
Yeah,
just, I'm thinking about doing some relocating, man, because I just can't get a good network around here, man. The network is these dudes. I don't know what they be on. I think everybody's just comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Whereas we come from a different place. We continuously hustle. Like I'm doing like I'm not doing anything right now as far as computers too hard, but I'm learning another program language because I want to start doing apps. So, and I'm doing 3D printing stuff. I'm hustling with that. I'm still doing the sneakers, still doing the shirts. That's always good. But, you know, you got to have a bunch of hustles to figure out which one going to be the $1 million hustle, you know?
that is true. And yeah. And
And
I'm
it
gonna
is,
tell you, like, no matter what your hustle is today, yo, this AI shit is gonna have to be included in it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
I've
whoever
been
don't have
playing
it,
with it.
you see something, I think somebody trying to hit me. Okay, that's my man. So yeah, everybody's gonna have to rethink how they move, how they make moves now.
Right, right. It's the prompts, man. Like I'm learning the prompts better. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I've been
that's
playing
the
with it for
key.
a while, boy. But if
That's
you get them prompts down, you good. You are golden. Because I want to
that's the key.
incorporate some art. I want to start doing some art through AI. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on that too. So
There's a joint I'm on now. Oh man, what's the name of the what is it? It is it's a joint where it's a text to video, a text to image, but it actually helps you generate the prompts
right. Oh
because
really?
what it does is it oh man, I thought I wrote that shit down.
What AI version are you using? ChatGPT?
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm using 4.
all right, but are they all actually processed like GPT is? Because I'm gonna tell you to go look for something, right? I can't remember the name offhand, but there is an
Not really a
AI
lot.
product that you can
Mhm.
download to your laptop and you can train it the way you want to train it. So I started playing with that.
What's the name
But
of it?
I gotta find the name. I might have it on my phone. Hold
Well,
on.
so the thing about it, there's a ton of apps
There is.
and large language models out
Right.
there, and a lot of businesses that actually have their own, and a lot of them. So what happens is what you call it has an API. What you call it? OpenAI has an API where you can actually use their system and create your own large language model. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
based on your information on your end, but you can incorporate. It's two ways you could do it. You can incorporate the open AI world with your thing for whatever you're using it for, and particularly for what you're doing, or
Right.
you can particularly just use it just for what you're doing, and
Right.
and then you can also make your own, but you have to have tons of data. That's my man right there. That's my coworker. He right here. Look at
What's up?
Bill, he got a suit on too. He's like, y'all wearing a suit, man. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on, brother?
Yo, Vlad, this is my best friend, you could say, man. We it's not too many of us left. Bill Yates, man, in Pennsylvania.
Smooth, pleasure meeting you, man. My man.
Same to you, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard you killing it with this AI thing right now.
It's because of Erik, man. Before I didn't pay no mind, but Erik was teaching me. I was like, oh shoot, this is lit.
yeah. That's E. That's definitely Erik, for sure.
That's a fact.
You stay hustling, man. Hustling since we were 7 years old.
Word?
Yeah, Billy know, man.
Way back.
Yeah. Over 50 years, man.
Yo, me and this brother grew up from when your mother don't want you to play with somebody. But I ended up going to that. You know why though? Because Billy had all the toys. Billy had all the toys, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Is this dude coming on? 80 Ross. Oh, that's Andrew.
Erik was the first person, right, that got my mother to buy me a pair of Pro Cats, bro. I don't know if are you from New York originally?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
So you remember how the grocery stores used to have them big bands with sneakers in them?
They had the big.
I don't know if you that old, but
I was born in '93. Certain things I don't know.
All right. So back in the day when we was growing up, the grocery stores used to they sell them big beach balls in those big cages. You can just pick one out for like a couple of dollars. That's how I used to get my sneakers. Erik came to my house one day, right? This is the funniest shit ever to me. He came to my house and was like, Miss Yates, when you going to take him and buy him a pair of Pro Cats? And I never had skips after that, man.
Oh, sure.
I had my man, he's having some issues with his joint, my man Andrew. I wanted him to come in. He's having some issues and shit. Yeah, yo, Vlad, me and Bill. Yo, so you know what though? What's crazy though, Vlad? His mother, man, she just for years, but then there became a time I had to go through a lot of things in my life.
Right.
And then his mother eventually was really, really tight with me, man. It was like real cool. And right, you know what I'm saying? And it happened years before her passing, but I was always happy to get that because I always wanted that from her. You know what I'm saying? Because I did change my life. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they have reasons why they wouldn't want their kid to hang with me. You know what I'm saying?
That was the days, though, bro.
Yeah, yeah. So look, man. Like I was telling Billy, Vlad, I'm not really worrying about the views right now. I'm just because this is gonna be recorded, and I'm gonna be able to use this for to chop this up and use certain parts of it. But the thing about it is, anyway, this is AI News with AI Erik, and basically, man, we got there you go, right there.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, we got Andrew. Let me delete. Oh, that one is the good. Yeah, so we got Andrew here. So Andrew, we got my one of my best friends, man. He's like my brother up on top. That's Wham. That's Billy, my man.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on, fellas?
Ain't nothing, man. Everything good.
And we got Vlad next to you. He's my co-worker.
Yeah.
And the reason I wanted to make sure I do this, I'm gonna start a podcast like every Monday. So right now I know we're not gonna get views and things like that, but this is gonna be recorded. I'm gonna be able to chop this up and still use parts of what we're talking about in the ads that I do. The reason I really wanted to make sure everybody came here, especially you, Andrew, and Vlad, is because I had basically interactions with both you guys when it comes to artificial intelligence. Vlad really didn't use it at all. Andrew, you already knew about it. You came to the presentation and just was aware of, I guess, the speed that it has taken off with. You know what I'm saying? Billy, you don't use it at all, do you?
No, I use it, but I'm not using it to incorporate it into anything I'm doing right now because of the.
Oh yeah, you do, because you said that you was talking about prompting.
Right.
So basically, we know that's one of the keys. We talked about that at the presentation. Prompting is definitely one of the keys. But one of the reasons I wanted to get Vlad on here too, because he didn't know nothing about it. and I'm gonna pop up some videos that Vlad made. He just bugged me out because he does animation and deals with silhouettes and stuff like that. And he kind of bugged me out, man, because he took this AI thing, and next thing you know, I see him after the weekend was like, "Yo, look what I made with what you told." Like, I was like, "What?" And it was a website I never knew nothing about, and I ended up going to the website and trying to kind of get what he got, but I guess I didn't prompt it properly enough. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I just wanted. I'm gonna show these videos. First, I'm gonna let him introduce himself and just say, I want you to tell him basically after I told you about artificial intelligence, because I didn't tell you about no text to video and shit like that.
Right.
I told you about like OpenAI, ChatGPT. You came back, so introduce yourself to my peoples, man.
Hey everybody, pleasure to be here with y'all. I'm Vladimir Edward. As Erik mentioned before, I'm his coworker. Shout outs. So basically, I've never used AI before. I heard about it, it's because it's all over the news and everything. And I remember the first day Erik and I started working, he was talking a lot about it. And he was talking about how if we don't learn how to prompt it, then it's going to give us the results from basically on a whitened lens, a whitened perspective. So I was interested after he said that, and he first spoke about ChatGPT and how it's evolving constantly. So the first thing I did was download ChatGPT and I asked it, all right, what 3 programs are there for creating visuals, videos? Because I was interested in seeing like what can it create out of like what I typed and what's in my mind if it could come close to that. So it gave me Runway ML, the Runway ML AI. I downloaded it and I typed up, hey, first I typed up black people chilling or partying, and it gave me literal black people, not African American, black, dark people.
Oh, shit.
Right. So then I remember a conversation Erik and I had in the car, and he said, well, you would have to train AI because if you type in, give me 4 kings, they're going to give you 4 Europeans. Give me someone beautiful, they're going to give you a white European woman. So I typed in specifically African man in front of a club, and it showed me African men, black people, like African Americans in front of a club, partying, chilling. It looked so real. With certain aspects that looks a little fidgety because it's still in its developing stages. So what I did is I started specifying everything that I wanted it to do. I took each of those videos, each of them are like 4 to 6 seconds, edited it using my phone editor and created a commercial. And I showed it to Erik. I was like, yo, Erik, check this out. Look at what it could do. It's amazing. Da-da-da. And after that, I realized, hey, I do animation. What if I can incorporate the background from AI with its camera angles and fuse it with my 2D animation? And it was out of this world, basically. Yeah. You could create anything with this thing. It's amazing. Thank you, Erik.
I'm going to show y'all something right now, man. I'm going to pull up his joint. And what the hell is that? I'm trying to figure out which one to. So I have 3 of them here.
Show them all 3. It's only us.
Which one? Hold on. Let me just pull up. I'll just pull up whatever and just.
This is one of them with my 2D animation. So that figure I drew. And the background, the zoom in, that's AI. That's all AI. So in order to make it mix so it doesn't look out of place, I put the colors and the lighting the same with the AI background just so it can mesh right there.
So basically, that's your graphic that you made with that guy shooting that gun.
Correct.
And you made that fire come out that gun.
Yes, correct.
But that background where it's panning in, that's AI.
That's all AI in the background. That is not me.
And you was able to make that reflection from that AI be on your man's arm.
Yes. Correct.
See, that's crazy.
That's some. We're in the future, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna show y'all something else.
Now this is a club scene, so that whole background again, AI, the way it shifted to the left. For the few seconds there where you see those dark silhouettes in the car, that's all me. But that beautiful background, that was AI. Before, when I drew or painted my backgrounds for the animation, it looked stale. It didn't look.
Yo, you the fucking reason Hollywood is in trouble, B.
They strike because of me.
You the reason Hollywood is in trouble. Yo, Andrew, if he could do this, imagine what Hollywood could do. Imagine, I just put it like this. Imagine what they've already done, and they know that's why they fucking try to get rid of. Hold on, man. I got one more, man. I got one more.
The commercial? You don't have the commercial that I did?
I do. You know what? Let me download. I got it because what happened was I was having issues downloading them. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you.
Which one is this one?
This one is another animation I did. So the people walking, I did that. The cathedral in the background, AI.
What people walking?
You see those two guys walking? He's crouched down over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right
supporting him because he's
under
wounded.
umbrella or something.
Yeah.
Got you.
That's my drawing with the AI backdrop. The whole camera angles and the look of the background, that is all AI. All I did was type in 2D animated cathedral in a dark, creepy setting, and it gave me that. Crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah, hold on. I want to get the other one. Let me make sure I download that other one.
The one that Eric's about to download.
Yeah, because that one is actually 1.5 minutes. Let me send that to myself.
Yeah, that was the one, the 1.5 minute trailer that Eric's about to show y'all. That was the first time that I used the AI after speaking with Erik, when I chopped it up and used editor on my phone to put them all together. Everything in that commercial you're about to see is all AI. The script from what the narrator is saying, AI wrote that. All I asked AI to do is write me a 1 minute 30-second speech about community, anti-gentrification, and solidifying our resources. And it gave me this whole speech. Beautiful. I couldn't have written something beautiful like that. The narration, AI. I just took all the things, the words that AI gave me, went into a different software, a narration software, and I asked it to give me an urban voice, quote unquote black, in order to talk, in order to build a great future.
Now, yo, this one here. So, yo, before I even play this, man. So Hollywood right now is striking, and AI is part of the reason, and it's because of things like this and extras. So right now they do have the big Hollywood guys that's backing them, but they rich already. They ain't got to work another day again in their life. Now we got all these hundreds of extras that Hollywood don't need right now, because these extras can be created in AI. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, before I'm gonna play that, I'm gonna move this.
This is going out because the A-listers out, because the A-listers got the money already. So it's the ones under those A-listers that is getting killed, you know, because they ain't making crazy money. They ain't making 100,000s. They ain't making millions. They still under 100 G's. I was listening to one dude talking the other day about that, man, and it was funny because he showed his likeness. Like, they had used it, they did something, and they showed his likeness. It wasn't 100% on point, but it was at least a good 90. So,
wow,
you know, that's going to be a headache. That is definitely going to be a headache.
I'm going to see the joint I had with Michael B. Jordan. I had a video with Michael B. Jordan, and it was
Did you see the one that they posted with him? Did you see the picture of Michael B. Jordan sitting next to the AI creating Michael B. Jordan?
I saw the video. I saw the video online.
That is nuts,
crazy, man. Yeah,
it's a slight difference. It's a slight difference, but it's not.
That's not. They're not even. I have that. I'm trying to find it right now. Is this it?
He's sitting in a car or something.
Yeah, I seen that video. It's wild. I thought the Michael Jordan one.
AI News with AI Erik.
Peace and love, everybody. This is AI Erik, and this is AI News with AI Erik. Yo, bust it. I just posted a news joint, 1 minute joint about Michael B. Jordan, and got him next to this other AI actor, and I want y'all to see the power that artificial intelligence has and why they're fighting right now to make sure when they get their new contracts that they are protected against artificial intelligence. There's more on my website, AIErik.com. Check this out.
I'm the tour guide, The NBA trusted me with the next generation. That's a big responsibility.
See, and like I'm saying,
so
it's
y'all see that?
It's very close, but it's still a little off. You could see the
Billy. Billy. Hold on for a minute. Let me just explain it. They're not showing you this to show you how close they can get. They could get identical down to the eyebrows, to the eyelashes. Okay. They're not showing you this to show you that we getting close. Nah, they already, I'm trying to remove this video. They already at that stage where they can hold on.
Make you 100%. They can't scare people that quick, man. They don't want to scare people that quick.
They gotta leech it. They gotta give us a little piece, a little taste, a little snap. Bro, look, I'm a big movie fan, bro. And one of the first movies I realized that a lot of extras and a lot of extra people in movies are about to disappear is like the first Planet of the Apes. Mm-hmm. That was basically a green screen movie.
Yeah.
That was basically the whole movie was basically green screen. Yeah. Avatar, same shit. Avatar is like they just shot that mostly in a pool underwater, bro. Yeah. It's just a camera crew and actors. That's it.
300. But listen, we've been dealing with CGI for a long time too.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So they're doing it incrementally. It's not like they're going to just switch to full making AI movies, but eventually that's what's going on. Because soon they're not going to need no cameraman no more. Because you could generate the images like how he just got a drawing and they could just sketch for like the cutaways, for like the B-roll. They don't need a cameraman to shoot B-roll no more. B-roll is basically out. You can send a drone up and get a shot that they used to get in the helicopter.
We're going to go to his commercial that he made just overnight.
In order to build a great future, you must look into the past for guidance and the present for action. The critical topic of rebuilding a community and the profound act of civilization building are not just relevant today, but have been important throughout humanity's history. Communities are the heart and soul of society, representing our shared values, hopes, and dreams. But at times, they face challenges that can disrupt their unity and harmony. By learning from our past, we can shape a future that prioritizes inclusivity and cooperation. We must join hands to reclaim our neighborhoods, ensuring that development benefits all residents. In conclusion, the task of rebuilding a community, addressing gentrification, and engaging in civilization building is a collective responsibility. Together, as compassionate and forward-thinking individuals, we have the power to shape a future that we can be proud of, one that is inclusive, resilient, and harmonious. Let us not shy away from this challenge, but instead embrace it with open hearts and minds for the betterment of all.
Yo. That's crazy.
That's like a movie trailer you made, bro.
Like who came up with the words?
It was AI that came up with the words. I just asked it what topics I wanted. And
if that don't tell you that shit ain't taking over, I don't know what's. Listen to what that sound like. Was that fucking what you call it? The actor?
You said that's
Morgan Freeman a little bit, right?
Right.
Yo, let me tell you something. I swear I could use that voice in one of my wedding films, man.
Word.
Yo, Morgan Freeman, this guy I follow, he's one of my heroes as far as videographers. He does $1 million weddings, and one of them weddings, Morgan Freeman was the narrator. Yo, that's crazy, man. That just goes to show you, man, like right there, like we was talking about, man, AI. I want to see where it's gonna go because they haven't settled they haven't settled, and
They're
they
not gonna,
haven't.
bro. They don't need screenwriters no more. You could, bro. They teach it in school. There's enough information online about screenwriting and script writing for them to train the AI to specifically do that. They could just, you know what I mean? They could build a model. These remember these production companies are multi-billion-dollar companies. So it's not like they don't got the budget. They just got to open a little section in a building and put some nerds in there, and them dudes will figure it out in 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? You just need guys like you said, prompt engineers. They need some prompt engineers, and they need one or two like a executive that, you know what I mean, that's been doing this for like 25 years. And you just sit there and give them all the juice they need. Be like, yo, we need it like this. We need this, and this, and they figure out how to prompt that properly. And eventually, they might run into one or two crazy scripts, but eventually they're gonna clean that shit up, bro. If they got copy and fix it, you know.
I hate to say it, man. Like, even with the with people like Vlad, what's gonna happen? Even if, say, for instance, they say, okay, for 3 years we got it where we ain't gonna have to worry about AI. There's gonna be people that's gonna be making movies with AI and films with AI, and they're gonna be good. Some of them are gonna be worthy. Some of them gonna make people cry. Some of them gonna be garbage, but people gonna be and what's gonna happen is it's gonna be forced. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to end up getting your little avatar and saying, yo, I'm putting this out for people who want to be able to, because what's happening is that's what they want. They want to get their likeness and be able to just say, okay, I don't believe that. That's what I'm reading, and I keep hearing that Hollywood is trying to get their likeness one time and pay them and then be able to use it forever. I know that sounds crazy, and I know that's
They already do it. Look at LeBron. LeBron signed a lifetime contract with Nike. You think that's not in there? You think that's not in that contract? A lifetime contract? You think they didn't put that in there? That's in the print somewhere. I'm telling you, they already doing this, bro. When they make it public and that's just on the news and it's on the internet, that means they let it out. Certain things they don't allow the public to get information on. Like this whole UFO thing, they just dropped it on the news, but they do it on like a psyop, a low game thing. But they've been making these space stage movies about aliens since I was a kid.
Yeah, get ready for that.
So eventually they're gonna drop some discs out the sky and be like, yo, remember we told you MIB. Next year some dudes in some suits come up with some black shades and be like, yo, y'all can't go there, you know what I mean? MIB zone. They be like, oh shit, it's like in the movies. You know what I mean? Nah, they've been doing that shit. It's just that,
that's a whole nother topic too, because we already know, bro.
Yo, but you know what they working on now is super intelligence. They're trying to actually make a robot that really does not need human interference at all. You know what I'm saying? Don't need to be cut off, and it can just maintain, think, and be efficient. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they also are working on the weather.
Well, that's been going on.
I've already seen
going on for a while.
That's been going on. I already seen a machine that, but now with AI, it speeds everything up. It speeds the process up. With machine learning, so what's happening is, machine learning is machine learning because of the algorithms and the way you're able to build these models, and then they can start learning from that point on. It is taking the knowledge that they've had to be able to do what they've done as far as trying to control weather and speed it up 100 times fold, because I just seen a machine that just developed a whole bunch of clouds, and then dude said, yo, in a couple of hours it's gonna start raining, and in a couple of hours it started raining. Now, is that good for the farmers? Yeah,
if you can afford it.
That's dangerous.
If you can afford it,
it is. But look, Billy, these niggas is making fucking meat out of 3D printers.
Oh, I know. I got 3D printers.
See, you know what time it is. You gotta get in the game, Eric. You gotta get, because the game is crazy, bro. Bro, look, the Beijing Olympics, it was supposed to rain at the opening ceremony. It didn't.
Say that again?
The Beijing Olympics. I remember that. It was supposed to rain at the opening ceremony. You could check.
Oh yeah. See what I'm saying? Yeah, let me tell you
Never
something,
rain,
man.
bro. Not a cloud in the sky. You think that was accidental? You think that storm just diverted? Nah, they turned that off. Like, not today.
Yo, but they've been playing with that weather thing for a long time, man. I did 10 years in the military, and let me tell you something, bro. Some of the shit I seen and the nonsense that they won't admit to until like 20 or 30 years later, it's crazy. It's crazy. So,
yeah, that is true. That is definitely true. What they won't admit to until 20, 30 years later.
Yeah,
that's a
when
fact.
People start dropping, and they like, well, why are these dudes dropping?
Even with the COVID shit, man, I'm not hearing a lot of good things about this shit. All of us that took this motherfucking pills and shit. I mean, all these shots.
Are you talking about from COVID?
Yeah.
I think that's a whole different story. But we doing AI right now. We can definitely get on here and chat it up about COVID because I'm ex-military, so I have I never been sick, man, and I know people who have never been sick and took that shot. Yo, they was on their deathbeds, man.
Damn, that's
true. Right about that. You can't if you can't cure the flu, and the flu's been out here for God knows how long. How the hell can you make a shot in 6 months that's supposed to kill, quote unquote, another thing they threw on us that was supposed to eliminate people, but it eliminated the wrong group? How the hell are you gonna give me a shot and think I'm cool with that, and then tell me I need a booster? What's the booster for?
And then say after that, yo, you're gonna need one once a year.
That's crazy. It's out of hand.
And I mean, I get people do it because they scared and they don't do their research, which is always the headache. I feel like a lot of people just go by what they hear. They don't check things out themselves. But when you have a woman that's in the government that passes out from taking a COVID shot on stage in front of millions of people, you need to check something. Something needs to be checked.
Yeah,
because what they give us and what they give presidents and rich people totally goddamn different. We test dummies. They got the real shit. It's like Magic Johnson with the AIDS back in the day. How come all these other people got AIDS?
Yo, Magic lived longer than a whole lot of people.
He had a couple of dollars.
That money was helping cure his AIDS.
Yeah, and that's always the difference. It's the rich versus the rest of us.
That's it.
But I'm gonna tell you like this. Let me tell you something. This right here, when it comes to artificial intelligence, is a perfect example because I keep using back when Google came, and I tell people, you remember when you first started using Google? Everybody says yes. I said, did you make 100 million off of Google? Everybody says no. Do you know anybody who made 100 million off of Google? Everybody says no. But you do know there's 100 million people that made 100 million off of Google, right? Everybody says yes. You know what I'm saying? So this is that again. This is artificial intelligence is Google back again times 1,000 on steroids. But the only difference between this is some people don't use Google. Some people have never used Google and never had to use it. This shit here, this is different. Unless you're a monk and living on an island somewhere, this is different because unless you driving an old car, unless you got an old TV and don't got the old internet, because if you got new stuff and you got if you got kids, you're gonna have to grow into getting new stuff. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to prompt your car to start in the future. You know what I'm saying? And just like how he was able to get those. Imagine he would have really got deep with those prompts and just continue to tell a story. And now he got a little 5 minute where people are interested in, because that caught our attention. That was what, maybe 2 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And imagine he got better and better and better at prompting. Prompting is the key, man. And that's why I be telling people, man, I don't care what it is you're doing, copywriting, psychology, email marketing, blog, cold DM. Like, I got a list of stuff in front of me, content creation, frameworks. See, frameworks is one of the keys. And I was telling Vlad that earlier. when you if you know frameworks, and see, these are the things we got to learn. And I went over that, Andrew, at the presentation. So right now I have in front of me something called using situational complication resolution framework. Write a marketing campaign online that presents a situation faced by an ideal customer persona. So basically, this is going to end a call to action that encourages the reader to take advantage of the solution. So you got using the emotional value proposition. This proposition would be more for if I was dealing with someone who had a drug problem, and instead of me having to write the whole prompt out as far as like the whole saying what the problem is with the person, I could just write some details of the person's issues and then say, use the emotional value proposition framework. And that's it. And that's going to then, because what that's going to do is it's going to say, please write a marketing campaign outline that speaks to the emotional needs of ideal customer persona, which is the person, and presents our product and service as a solution, which our product and services are a drug rehabilitation center that will fulfill those needs, identify the desired emotion, create a story that invokes the emotion, and include testimonies from customers who have experienced that emotion after using the product. So basically, everything I read to you, we don't really have to do nothing but just fill in what we feel the emotional needs are and the desired emotion. We have to create a little story, of course, we put that in, but once we create that stuff and say, but use the emotional value proposition framework, that's all we have to do. We just have to give it bits and pieces of what it's saying. And then from there, man, it's going to create something that's going to be so amazing.
Yeah, the funny thing is that's like what you do with your resume. Because have you done a resume yet? Just not for anything particular, but just took the information and just did kind of like a resume with it yet?
No, I didn't.
Yo, the resumes come out.
Yeah, crazy. I've seen a video that the chick did that, and it revamped her whole resume. I think I might do that with my shit, bro, because I'm looking. They even have. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's called Resume AI. I seen it today. They even have particular companies that are particularly focused on just resumes. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's gonna happen. All these different fields are just gonna become specific, and they're gonna train specific AIs to do specific things in every industry. And that's when people are gonna start losing their jobs, because a lot of people who are involved in a lot of creative processes and stuff that you could get an AI to just generate it by giving it keywords. That's what you're saying. Like the prompt engineer is gonna be the man, because you're a prompt engineer for a specific, let's say, well, you got to be specific. You're going to have to be specific
prompt
now. You're
engineer job starting at 360.
You're prompt engineer for, social media. You're prompt engineer for like filmmaking or animation, media. You know what I'm saying? So now you start to create your own niches now as prompt engineers. But everybody else, a lot of other dudes, script writers, all that, bro, dead. Don't need it no more.
Right.
Or you outsource.
I tell you this, what they're going to have to do is learn how to become expert script prompt engineers and be able to write their scripts that way and try to figure out there's going to be ways to make money with AI, especially if you understand prompting and the benefits of prompting. But
but it's going to trim the fat. It's going to trim the fat. A lot of low-income earners is going to be dead.
Yo, bro, it's gonna be the best of the best.
By next year, it's gonna be basic, like how we sitting here talking now.
It's gonna be that
talking to it. It's gonna be very basic, and I don't say it's gonna be like a 3-year, 5-year thing, because this shit is moving so fast.
Yeah,
this is moving fast.
So what's happening is
I don't do nothing on my phone. I got an Android phone. I don't do nothing. I talk to the phone all the time.
There's a company called
call this person, call that person. You know what I mean? Find me this. Open Spotify, play this. That's it.
There's a company called Essentia. They're a big consultant company for companies like JP Morgan and the big boys, they just made what did I say? Was it 100 million in four? They just made $100 million in the last 4 months because all these big companies, JB Morgan and all these banks and all the other big billion-dollar companies, they're scrambling to be able to get AI driven and have an AI department. And all that's going to do, especially for me, because we can help businesses get AI driven. Everything the big boys do at the top, it always trickles down. And it's trickling down to a point to where I don't care how big or small, you might have 20 employees, you might have 4 employees. If you don't end up getting AI driven, you're going to be, what the hell's that noise? If you don't get AI driven,
Brad over there typing, he making more videos.
Yo, if you don't get AI driven, you're going out of business.
Yeah, but
so I don't know how long. I don't know how long it's gonna last for people, as far as like how long it's gonna last for them, as far as them being able to even know AI and survive. Like, I really don't know where we going and how fast we're going with this.
Blindside a lot of people, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think a lot of people are gonna get caught off guard. Like people who not into current affairs, like you don't follow the news, you don't pay attention, you just, you know what I mean? Like you're a sports junkie, or like you're like, you know what I mean, an entertainment junkie, you just party and have fun all the time. I know dudes my age that's still just like, that's life. Like, you know what I mean? They work and they wait for the weekend to turn up. And people like them are gonna be the ones that get blindsided. Because bro, I seen something online. There's this drone delivery company, Zipline. I don't know if you ever saw it. Zipline, they got they expanding the aerial delivery program.
Oh, hold on. I made this dude big. I'm trying to
what
view
you doing, Erik?
hold on.
Come on, AI, Erik.
No,
get it together, bro.
Remove. Oh shit. Let me.
Oh damn, Erik. I don't want to look at just you. We got a whole group thing going on here.
What the fuck is going on? Let me
use the wrong browser, bro.
Hey, I don't want to look at me either.
That's your moment in the sunshine. Look.
Add the screen. Oh, okay. I thought he just said.
Nah, that goddamn noise Vlad nigga. I don't know what the fuck Vlad do. I gotta cut his mic off. I got it. I cut his mic off.
That was I'm telling you, he making videos over there, man. He making videos right now. He making a video where all 4 of us, we gonna look like remember Max Headroom? Remember that from MTV? That robot they used to have that come on like kind of like a clay thing. Yeah. Think about Max back then and think about where we at now.
Yo, think about the Jetsons and now where we at now.
Yeah, but still,
when we was kids,
when we was growing up, we was waiting for 2020. We wanted flying cars.
Everything. And yo, I think we'll probably see flying cars in our lifetime, Billy.
They here, bro. They already have them. Yeah, they have.
They do already.
Ain't nothing but a big drone. Ain't nothing but a big drone. They just waiting to get regulated. That's all.
Yeah, they already have them. But you know, when you were speaking about the AI and like cars, think about it. Tesla is doing that. Tesla been doing that. So what does that tell you? Somebody had that technology already, man.
Tesla just came out with XAI, bro. They get ready to kill him because he got money. And so he's upset. So Elon Musk is upset at OpenAI because he feels, because he was one of the ones that helped start it, he feels that they are now a profitable company, which they started off as a non-profit organization. He's upset about that. And he doesn't like the direction that they're going. And he's starting XAI. And the man has plenty of money. So OpenAI, man, it's a war, bro. It's a war. And the thing about it is, I'm just here to educate people and help businesses get AI driven. And, you know, put them some chat bots up in there. Let's revamp the website. Let's make sure all your departments know that prompting is what we do now. When we need to make a schedule on the calendar for 30 days or for 15 days, we use a prompt to do this now. You know what I'm saying? Everything we do, we have a prompt for it because it can make your life easier. Because once you know prompting, shit, you might have 50 prompts where you ain't never got to do nothing else. We need a letter for who? For Miss Sally? For dog food. Prompt number 13. So once you get organized and your prompts, and then you be like, oh, we got a new client. We got to make a new prompt. Are we trying to get a new bid? Let's make a new prompt. If we mix prompt 13 for, like, when you know your prompts, shit, if we collide these prompts together, and then, like, because prompting is the key, man. Prompting is going to be the key to get you the answers that you need. And the better answers that you need, like, I'm getting ready to start putting together a prompt to where it can, I want to tell it to where everything I do on a daily basis and how I move from when I get on the train in the morning to when I do my little post during the day to when I come home to when I'm either reading news and doing my wedding stuff, editing, and to where I'm reading. Either I'm working on the course. I need it to put together for me a schedule. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what it's going to do. I'm going to tell it, put together a schedule that will monetize all of this better for me. The first thing I'm going to do is, see, one thing you have to understand about large language models, the first thing I'm going to do before I do everything I just told y'all I'm going to do, first I'm going to tell it everything I just said, but then I'm going to say, yo, give me all the problems and what I'm doing wrong. And then once I get that answer, then I'll at least know I'm doing too much of this. I'm doing not enough of this. You know what I'm saying? And then what I'll do is say, then once I realize what I'm doing wrong, then put me together something to where it can make me more money. It can make more use of my time. It can give me more time here. And so once I figure out I want to basically make a prompt to create for that. And then I wanted to say, okay, give me something from Monday through Friday that I can follow from the time I get up. You know what I'm saying? And I'll try to follow it best of my ability. But that, if I have the discipline, will help me. And that's what I'm saying. Hey, this shit right here can help you with things like that. And, somebody on a diet plan can go to, because see, let me tell you something. ChatGPT 4 has plugins. And now these plugins allow you to read the web. These plugins allow you to know what the best hashtags are. These plugins allow you to, like, one of them actually acts like a lawyer and looks for discriminatories and racism and stuff like that. And so you have you can only use 3 at a time when you're searching. But the thing about it is, if you say, like, when I asked it to I prompted it to do something for me based on AIEric.com. ChatGPT can't do that on its own because it doesn't read the web. Bard doesn't do that on its own because it doesn't read the web. It only has inputted data that it. But when you do the plugins, now you got plugins that allow it to read the web. And I was able to get my answer today from what I did. So ChatGPT 4 is for people who just really want to take it to another level. ChatGPT 3.5 is not giving you the plugin. It's giving you answers. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they want, man. They don't want you to really dig deep. And because they want to be able to have you come and you pay them to do your resume.
Of course they do.
You know what I'm saying? They want to set up a company to make it easy for you to just say, okay, resume for $19.99 was shit. Instead of you saying, I'm going to go build my own resume in ChatGPT. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to the discriminatory parts of this, people got to start learning how to build their own large language models. You know what I'm saying? Big companies, they got to build their own. And then people got to understand artificial intelligence, because the hiring process moving forward is strictly AI, and it will be discriminatory. New York City just passed a law where if you use artificial intelligence, you have to get a third-party auditor twice a year to come in. I think it's once a year, but they should do twice a year to look at your LLM to see if it is discriminatory or racist or sexist. You know what I'm saying? So if we don't really know artificial intelligence and get fired from that job, we just gonna accept this shit. Like, we have the right to say, well, we believe that large language model you have is racist, and I'm going to bring you to court. And if you don't want to show us in court documents, you have to show us. So that's where we are going to. So Black people and minorities, at least if you know the basics of artificial intelligence, you do know you have that right. And now laws are changing to be able to benefit biases and sexist and racist applications and large language models. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I'm
still gonna be a whole battle though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's gonna always be, yo, bro. It's a world battle right now. It's a world battle. You got Elon Musk battling, yo, bro. You got Google invested in it's a mess right now. But the thing about it is, that's for the big boys to worry about, because they're never going to figure it out. They're going to always be at war with one another. China just set regulations out for their shit. China got six state boards that say that we regulating our shit. China's regulating their shit. They already starting. They already got it. They already saying, yo, when you build your shit, you got to go by these regulations. They serious about this shit.
Yo, we always, the United States is always the slowest to get shit done, though, man. Because look, they still
the United States is worried about China.
Bro,
they worried about China.
What to do with Bitcoin? How long Bitcoin been out now? And they still trying to figure out how to deal with Bitcoin. So this
but AI I say this, we going crypto, we going digital.
Yeah, but AI is going to be another one of those things. Before they get regulations, that shit going to have blown the hell up.
That's why
it's not even about blowing. It's about how many people can use it for danger. Like, how many people can use it and send out 20,000 fake newsletters saying that, you know, you lost your job, or saying some type of panic to where send me $1,000 and it seemed real. Or, oh, matter of fact, boom, the voice joint. Oh man, it was a news joint. I was that's what I wanted to show today too, man. I think I emailed myself. So, the news joint, they're using the voice now. Somebody called the lady's daughter and was acting like the moms. Oh man, I think I sent it to myself earlier. Yo, so even the voice is really important. So now when you answer your phone, let me tell you what I do. When I think it's a bill collector, I don't say shit.
I don't even answer my phone no more. If I don't know the number, you're not getting in.
But they calling now with numbers where you might think it's a regular number. What they doing is, if you don't speak, the shit won't activate. But that's the same way people steal your voice. Because what happens is, you be like, hello? Hello? Yo, who is it? Yo, hello? Who is this? Stop playing. Hello? Yo, they got my voice. So now, you know how many things voice is activated? You know what I'm saying? You know how, like, they can try to, God forbid, call my daughter. What you doing? I'm going to pull up. Meet me come to the corner.
Facts.
Yo, this is what's going to be happening. There's going to be a lot of crime. It's going to be a lot of cyber theft.
Bro,
it's going to be a lot of manipulation. There's already when you go create a beautiful woman in Midjourney, you can continue to create that beautiful woman. You could say, yo, put her on the beach now, put it in a thong. These look so real, people are getting catfished.
Yeah, it's a whole different.
Don't need AI to catfish anybody.
No, they had a dude on YouTube. He said I could have made 100,000. He said, but I know it's illegal. He said, but I just want to show y'all how many people went for this shit.
He did it. He just couldn't put himself out.
No. This guy was a particular guy who actually is showing us about artificial intelligence and how good it has come to be able to catch, because he showed the women that he used, they was Asian women that he was able to show people and say, basically, you start a page. You put up 20 pictures of this woman. You start a page. You start saying hi to people. I'm getting it all the time. What's happening on my WhatsApp? You know what they're doing on my WhatsApp? Hi, how you doing? I'm in New York. Who is this? And then when they realize you ain't interested, what they do is say, "Oh, I thought you was my friend." And then they still try to keep going. And what it is it will be a picture there, but that's an AI generated picture. But it be looking real. And most niggas is going, a lonely nigga at the house. He got no ass for 3 years. Yo, see a little, he on social media because he got convinced.
And they hitting up the DMs. They hitting up the DMs, my man.
Talking to him, hi, how you doing? That because now he calling me. I got the AI voice going on. Hi, how you doing?
Yo, Eric, not these days I just got home.
Can you call me back tomorrow? Now this nigga I got the nigga open. So now when he called back tomorrow, I was thinking about you. And you know the bullshit. And then, you know what? No, and then I'm mad that now on the 4th day, I'm gonna send him a picture with the bra. But on the 4th day, I'm sounding upset. What you upset about?
I need my bills paid.
Bills. You see what I'm saying? This fucking Cornell is killing me. They're about to cut my life off.
That anyway. They don't need AI.
Like, what I'm saying is, yo, bro, AI's gonna make it 1,000 times worse. Yo, AI's gonna make it. Yo, I need my bill. Yo, babe, where you need me to send you the Cash App to? I got you. I'm definitely sending you some lingerie pictures. I go to Midjourney. I need you to make me the sexiest on, the prompt. Actually, show a little butt cheek. Show a little nipple to the left and make it look cinematic. You keep going with the same tread that you made this broad with. And now this nigga sending you money. You know what I'm saying? I got the Cash App. I love you. My lights is on now.
I'm gonna try that when I get off of here.
Yo, Billy, you gonna yo, come on, man. Come on with that bullshit, man.
I'm getting give me some Cash App going. My name
listen, man.
Yeah, you giving me ideas over here, bro.
Yo, I appreciate everybody, man. This is an hour. This is good for us, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this again, man. You know what I'm saying? The next time we do this, I'm gonna definitely have a particular topic.
Get your content from AI.
Huh?
Get your content through AI.
Generate a show.
Generate your content through AI.
Get it to make the next show schedule, and then we run it through and see how that. You know what I mean?
I'll phrase it and then put it in Word. So Billy, let me tell you something. When I educate people on this, if you make a cover letter and a resume, the last thing you don't want to do is use that. You don't want to use it. No, what I'm telling you is you take that and you defrase it. They have dephraser programs like Quillbot. Right. I just go ahead and take it and put it in Word, because the last thing you want to start doing is getting dumb and dumbing out. You know what I'm saying? So this shit is either going to make you a genius or it's going to make you a dummy. And if you do it the way most of us will probably do it, we're going to become dumber and dumber and dumber.
Well, I use it for my programming, man. I like I said,
I know, but what I'm saying is you shouldn't because what happens is if you use it and start saying, okay, let me lay it out and start editing a little bit myself, that's going to make you think.
Well, yeah, but the whole thing is, if you think about it, right, when you use a deep prompt, that's still coming from you, even though it's generating the response.
That is true.
Exactly what you want. That's still coming from you. I mean, no matter what I have to go back and look through.
Let me tell you what search engine this is what search engine optimizations are saying as far as the web. Because a lot of people said that because they have AI detectors, a lot of people said that your website, if it's AI, full of AI, is going to be ranked at the bottom of searches. Search engine said that's not true. They said, but what we don't want is what you just said we do, because then everything becomes robotized. Nothing has heart, nothing has no feeling, nothing has no soul. And that's what we don't want to happen, especially with us as a black people.
Unless you listen to the Google robot that they had to turn off. Have you seen that? Have you seen
That
it,
shit was
Andrew?
racist, bro. That shit learned the internet and was
that shit
racist.
crazy, bro? Have you seen
Which
that,
one?
Eric?
They said they turned that off. Look, I got a controversial question for you, Eric. You remember seeing watching Superman back in the day, right? The animated comics and stuff. So remember there was this character Brainiac. Where did Brainiac live?
You remember that, Billy?
Yeah. I think it was in like a computer genre thing.
Right. So Brainiac. So I'm gonna give you the rundown. So Brainiac is basically the internet, but he built himself a robot body so he could walk around and have certain experiences. So he was trying to become sentient. So every time Superman destroyed Brainiac, just need one body part, and it just connects back to the grid and disappears for years.
Here's a crazy thing.
I think all these AIs, right? One that Google make, the one that Apple got, Siri, all of these things, at some level, it's already online. You might say ChatGPT is not online, but that shit's online, bro. If you said there are plugins that could do it, they're gonna go through somebody's network who has a plugin to get online to get whatever information they need.
They are.
So I think these things eventually it's gonna take over, bro. Because watch, they will need us to program nothing, to prompt nothing no more. Because we gave them all enough information. Now they're gonna be like,
have y'all seen that movie with LeBron James where Michael Jordan did it first? What was that
Space
movie?
Jam.
He went into the cartoon world.
Space Jam.
Yeah, Space Jam. Yo, look at the new Space Jam with LeBron James. Right there tells you so much.
It's like seamless. It's like seamless. It's like seamless. At least with Michael Jordan, you could tell that, oh, he's in like in a green screen, and now you don't even know, bro. They were stretching LeBron and doing all types of crazy shit. He was just like the cartoons at some point. You know what I'm saying?
The point of that movie was, if you didn't see it, you go see it or pull it up and watch it. But the point of what I was thinking about was the simple fact that in that movie, man, a computer took over the whole shit, brought him into that realm,
into the world, right? And he had to play the
computer to control the outside world, man. And that's what's going on now. That's why they turned that robot off at Google, because I listened to that interview the other day. Yo, that damn robot sat there and compared itself to a human being, bro. That's crazy.
Which one? They got a few. What, you know her name? The name?
You know what? I'll look it up and I'll send you a link. I'll text you.
I've been seeing a few of them robots. One was like said they said, what you don't like? She said, I don't like when humans ignore me.
That's the one that has been on all the talk shows. But this one through Google, they fired the dude that made this robot, bro. This AI robot, because he went back and let them know, like,
that's what's gonna happen. Imagine all the private people that's gonna be doing shit.
But see, that's the problem with the AI thing. Yo, that shit can learn on its own. Once it gets to a certain point, it's gonna learn on its own.
You just gotta hook that up to the internet, and all the collective data from everybody around the world is available.
It's called machine learning. It does learn on its own. That's the algorithms, but that's what it's intended to do. And because they got it to do it so good, that's what they're scared of now. I mean, it learns on its own, but you build it. But let me tell you something. A large language model cannot work unless you put data into it. Data has to be fed into it. It has to be trained. You can have a large language model that looks for tumors, but that large language model has had to have a ton of information on what's a tumor go into it, and what's not a tumor go into it, and false positives on tumors and all that type of shit, in order to be trained. So when it goes to look for a tumor, it could give you a false or a positive, or say a yes or no. Just like in the banking system, that's exactly what it does in the banking system. It's actually Just like in the banking system, they use a certain method to be able to figure out whether they're gonna give you a loan, and it's basically a yes or no, and it ain't even no human involved no more. It's just basically going through that large language model. And what we need to be understanding is, how did you train it? Did you train it to be racist? Did you train it for black people to not to be able to get loans? Did you train it like we need to know all of these things, man, because all that stuff is going to be hidden from us if we don't ask questions, you know. But listen, Bill, we gonna
the biases are kind of implicit because, like, when they program these things, they let them know, like, for example, like the banking thing. The cities are basically zoned. So you got industrial zones, you got basically your rich upper class zones, and then you got your lower class, basically the hood. They do it by the zip code. So now you put your address in, they know exactly where you are and they know what to send you. Because even when you're doing browsing, when you're online, I got a VPN now on my phone for that shit. Because when I go to New Jersey and I pull up certain, like me and my girl tried it out. We went to Brooklyn. I live in Queens. So we were searching for flights. We searched for some flights. We searched for flights in Queens. I'm like, yo, let's try it on my phone. So we searched for flights in Queens. Got one number. Went to Brooklyn, search again. Same website, everything. Different number. We went to Jersey. Her friend had a cookout. We was in Jersey in the burbs. We went to Jersey. We got the best price ever, bro.
wow.
Because it geolocated me and figured, okay, remember they don't know I don't live there. I didn't put in my home address, so they don't know where I live. But they're just using my IP address and the location of my IP address to generate a result based on where I'm physically at the time, because the phone.
One of these goddamn things asked me one day, "What's my demographic?" And I was like, "What's my demographic? What are you?" I'm like, "Why are you asking me that?" But I'm gonna read something, man, and then I'm gonna end this after that. So right now, this is talking about how data is collected. And it talks about, it gives an example. It says, for the loan approval system, a team in charge of data collection could choose the target population to be people who live in the state in which the system would be used. People who have previously applied for loans, people with credit cards, and so forth. The particular sample that ends up in the data set will be a subset of this target population that will depend on a sampling method, sourcing information from public records, or surveying people. There's also the question of what to actually measure or collect about these people. Perhaps things like their debt history, the number of credit cards they have, their income, their occupation. Some of these things would be chosen to serve as labels, for example, information. And so labels are part of the learning models, the labels. And so what they're basically saying is, these are the people we using to train this fucking model, and this is the information we taking from these people to train this model. Now, anybody who don't meet this fucking criteria for the model we training, because now we're gonna take this model and say all the people that. So what we're doing is we're taking this model and we're taking all of these people and saying, now we're going to take this model, we're going to train you. So all these people we're putting in, you see the bad loans, you see the good loans. Now we're training you to make sure anything coming in the future, you learned from these things here. You take this, analyze it, let's do some tests, let's roll it over. Is it good? No, it's not good. Let's work on it again. Is it good? Yes, it's good. Let's deploy it. So it's based on all of that information, but it has to be, it can't just be positive information, it has to be negative information. You know what I'm saying? It always has to be a false and positive when it comes to models, in order for them to know what's wrong and what's right. You know what I'm saying? You just can't train a model to say, okay, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. The model also has to know what's bad. So when you teach models for the banking system, you can't just teach them how to get good loans. You got to teach it about fraud. So in order for it to learn fraud, you have to give it tons of fraud cases. You got to give it tons of ways that people committed fraud. And that's the only way that this thing can learn. And it's really complicated. It ain't that complicated, really, to be honest with you. It's just boxes. You input. This is the input box. These 3 boxes here might be just the learning process and going through the motions, and these 2 boxes right here might be the boxes that say, okay, we about to deploy, but we got to make sure these is good. And this last box might be the deployment, like Midjourney. How Midjourney and all these text to image things come out, those go through a loop system algorithm. And what happens is, I might say, I want you to show me a rat riding a motorcycle. So now this top part is going to try to create what I'm saying, but now we got to answer. It's going to loop back. And this is right here is going to catch it and say, nah, this ain't what it's supposed to be. Do it again. Now it's going to loop back around and try to create it again. It's going to loop back around. It's going to create something else, get close, loop back around. Nah, that's not it now. It's a looping algorithm. And so what happens is it keeps looping until this thing says you got it. And that's why when you ask Midjourney or one of these things to make you something, it ain't just right away. It goes through a little process because it's looping. It's a bottom part telling it, nah, it ain't right yet. All right, do it again. Nah, it ain't right. And that's why it gives you the ability to say enhancements on whatever pictures you want. Because now you telling it, I like this one, but enhance it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you, like right now, I'm actually going over some bias stuff. And man, when it comes to Black women, AI is discriminatory to Black women. And somebody was saying that shit about a TikTok app, how the TikTok beautification app makes Black women look terrible.
I'm not surprised. It's come from China, bro.
And I'm reading this now, and that's what it said. It said it made him look like some type of Hawaiian type shit. And I'm reading that now as far as different biases, man. You know, you got abstract bias and you got so much, man. Like, but I just feel like it's a must that we at least know the basics of it. So at least when your kid go for a job and say, Dad, I swear I feel like I was discriminated against. Well, let's see how many other people go through this, and maybe we can get a law action suit going on to find out how their large language models are built. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, New York is now saying all companies using AI for a hiring process is going to have to hire a third party to audit. But my thing is, can it be any third party?
There we go. That's where you're going to get the, you know what I mean?
And who's auditing those? Who's auditing them? Who's auditing them? Like, where does information from them go? Do it go to y'all? Like, I need to know a little bit more about this. And those are the things I'm
company and the size of the company getting audited, because certain companies are so big that they can't run through the amount of data.
And my voice, the bigger I get with this, the more I'm going to be making sure my voice is heard when it comes to things like that.
But you're asking the right questions. I think that's the beginning, to just be aware of the challenges that's possibly coming and being able to articulate properly, like to find out, see how you can investigate and see how things are done behind the scenes. It at least makes them nervous that you're aware of what's going on. Like, you're not just sitting there just watching it from the sidelines. You're actively involved, and that's a key.
But one more note on this point of AI. While y'all out here looking at this AI, make sure y'all find the damn AI stocks, all right? Because this is exactly when you was talking about Google. If we would have known about Google, Erik, back then, if we was just looking at the stock market, bro.
I know. I knew a fact, but no, why I'm saying it, this is what I'm saying. It's a guy on my job. I wanted him to be on here tonight, but I haven't ran into him yet. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna let him do a half an hour with us. And he's going to explain to us how he uses ChatGPT to invest in his stocks.
I'm working on that now. That's the program that I'm writing. When I told you I was writing the program,
I want him to tell us. So I'm gonna try to work that for next Monday. I'm gonna see him. I'm gonna run into him, and if I don't, I'm gonna make sure I contact him. I just couldn't remember. I got his stuff in my phone. I just can't remember all his math, man, to get him up. And I thought I would have ran into him at the job.
Y'all keep an eye on the video. Keep an eye on the video.
Let me tell you something. The video, first of all,
on the video, bro. I'm telling you.
No, we already know that because we talked about that at the presentation too. And the video is the reason this is all happening. The video is the behind. The video is the reason, Billy, that AI has been able to progress like it has. And this was all by accident too. This is all just they figured out their gaming chips work.
Right. They're just a banger when it comes to like their processes and stuff, bro. Like they've come a long way. And you know, it's funny because I used to follow the stock market hard. And I kind of stopped it for a little while because you know shit just got crazy, and then with COVID and all that, and I'm getting back into it. Nvidia is going to blow.
Yeah, where they at 400?
Yeah, they at 460 something right now.
Right, and I told my girl when they was at 150, that's when she was like, yeah, but they go up and down. And I was like, yo, you better get into it. But there's Oracle now is building their own chip. So India has Nvidia has a company in India. It's a big, gigantic building, and you know that's where they make the chips actually. So Nvidia actually is hiring another company to make their chips. So Nvidia is the backbone to AI. They're like the machine. Without them, AI ain't running right now.
They make the faster chips, man. Nvidia has a $3,000 chip.
When I seen that building, bro, I was like, damn, imagine that building catch on fire.
Tax breaks.
No, what I'm saying is that means you gotta go somewhere else to try to build those chips.
They cover
the importance of this is where, to me, but like Oracle is actually now coming out and building their own chip, and they are now allowing LLM. So Oracle's about to change the game in the banking system because there's a company called Fin something where they're going to be allowing their investors to now create their own large language models within this banking world. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, people are saying is going to change the banking game system because now there's no need for the banking guys. All them banking guys is just guys like Fin something where they're like, yo, a lot is happening, man. A lot is happening. The banking system uses AI heavily. But all them dudes down on Wall Street, all them new they all losing their jobs, B. They all losing their jobs. Banks are using AI so much they built. JP Morgan invested, I think, 14 trillion. Shit like that.
It's gonna get crazy. But you know, it's always that big boom before everything drops, you know.
Yeah, when the big boys float, everything else is going to just fall overboard. So you gotta bet wisely if you're gonna do that.
Yeah, you absolutely.
As long as you in the game. So right now, like I'm really deep in the game because my thing is to help small businesses get AI driven and just get ready for the rush, and just be able to know how to prompt to be able to now move forward and get move forward faster. Because prompting is really the key, but now, also inserting a chat bot into these, because there's no sense in you ain't got no chat bot. You got to have a chat bot and then have live chat too. While you're sitting in front of the computer, you can have the live chat activated.
So while you're saying like you working with businesses, like what type are you working with? Like mom and pop shops? Or are you working with stuff that's above that? Like
it don't matter.
What kind of things are you bringing to them? Are you bringing like telling them they got to go out and get computer systems? Like I'm just kind of curious of like how you rocking with that.
No, it depends. It depends who it is. So say for instance, my cousin, he's a one-man shop. He got we revamped his website, Essence Pest Control. The website was just it wasn't really nothing near.
Right.
He didn't really, you know what I'm saying? So what we did was we revamped it, but we did use AI, and then we did defrase, and we put new images up and stuff like that. So what I want to do, he didn't want to do this because he's old school, but my goal was to insert a chat bot now, because what the chat bot does is it reads every page that you tell it to read. It looks at every image. And so now that's basically giving you, instead of you not answering the phone when somebody call, they could go to your website, and if they have a question, they could just put it into the chat bot, and the chat bot's going to give them the answer based on your site. But what we do is we'll look at the site first and say, well, shit, your site ain't even worthy of putting the chat bot in because it ain't nothing there. Chat bot ain't got no information. So that's the first thing we do. We'll tell you, let us look at the website. We already sat down with you. We understand where you're trying to go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put customized prompts together for your little one-man show, for things you might send out newsletters. You might want to do a monthly post with hashtags and have a image generated in Midjourney. We'll set that up for you and show you how to do that. You know what I'm saying? So now, but listen, Billy, so now say for instance, you got a company with 20 people and you got 5 different divisions. What we'll do is we'll sit down with you, understand your business, your vision, where you going. But each department will have to sit down with them individually to say, okay, these are the type of prompts we need to customize for their department, then this department, then this department. And then also we revamped the website to be more AI efficient, to where when we throw this chat bot and when we throw the live chat in there, it's basically because also the chat bot is going to start learning from the interactions that from that point on. It's going to learn. They all learn. So it ain't about they're going to be learning. They already learned. That's what machine learning is.
Right.
So that's what we offer. You know what I'm saying? And people got to pay for that. And the thing about it is when people are going to use us as a consultant, probably pay us a monthly fee to just make sure that they stay abreast and stay on top of things.
Right. Okay.
Because things are moving fast. It ain't like you're going to be able to use us today and then a year later, you're going to have to call us 3 months from now and be like, yo, listen, how do you do this? And how do you do that? What is that? So the more we stay on top of things, the more we know things that you might need.
Yeah, facts.
Like even let me give you an example. I get AI news every day, tons of it. So say for instance, the resume AI, I might like something like that to be an affiliate for. So now I might recommend that to a company who builds resumes for people and say, yo, let's put this inserted in your website. And so now this is going to help you write better resumes for your clients. But now I gave it to him. So now I get a little piece of that money because he has it. You know what I'm saying? So every time he pay monthly, I get a monthly fee for that. So certain things might be beneficial to us AI guys because we could be like chatbots. Anytime I put a chatbot in somebody's website, the minimum pay is $9 a month. I get a percentage of that.
Oh, okay.
If you got it, but there's a pay that could go up to $200 and something a month if your business is big like that. I get a percentage of that.
Right.
So even Billy, I'm back with eTech. I'm back with GoDaddy as a reseller. So if someone needed a website now, they just go to my etechlive.support and they get their domains and the website, and then I could just go ahead and build it out from there for you. So even new business
websites. So you building the websites now too.
I'm back doing well. I'll do the template for you. And now that AI is where it's at, and that's the reason I'm back doing that because of AI. Because now I could build you a website in a matter of a day or two. And then the whole thing about it is I'm going to build it to basically make sure your chatbot is something worth having. So when people do ask questions, like if you go to AIEric.com, you can ask my chatbot anything you want about anything I do, anything on my website, anything about AI on my website. It's going to tell you. It's going to tell you about AI outside of my website. But the good thing about it is, like if you say who's Erik Kahn, it's going to tell you who Erik Kahn is. Can this website help you? It's going to tell you if it can help you. What do I need to do to get started? It's going to tell you what you need to do to get started. So now they don't have to always call me or just say, well, I can't talk to nobody. Let me go to the next website. Now we got a chat bot that'll answer all your questions.
Right. I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes if I'm in front of the computer, I might just activate my live chat. And we do that too for people who say, well, listen, if your employees is working from 8 to 4, we'll show you how to activate the live chat so they can bing, 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 like live chat. We got to get people efficient and ready. They got to pay for those services, Billy.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I could get down, bro, and talk. I could get in front of a group of white people, man. We could talk about artificial neural network, biological neural networks. We could talk about deep learning. We could talk about the algorithms and the LLMs and how they really get down. And like, I could get deep with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I could get deep with this shit. It just depends on who I'm talking about, how deep I got to get. You know what I'm saying? But I could get deep with it. The biases, I could break down the biases and a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? I could break down, I could tell you the organizations that are here to try to police this shit. And it's a whole bunch of them. Universities are trying to police it. Every organization has their own trying to police it. Because if you look at their rules and regulations, they're basically, they try to say that they don't want to be biased. They ain't, yeah, but what happens is because it's data from the world is racist. Fuck you expect?
Scrapping, man. It's scraping.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. Listen, love y'all niggas, man. I gotta go. Love your brothers. I mean, I'm sorry. You know, I can get ghetto sometimes.
Peace.
All right, man.
Look,
let
me know when
you're doing the next one.
I'm gonna try to do it next Monday. I'm gonna talk to the brother on my job, and I want him to come in and tell us how he used it for to do invested in stocks and bonds and stuff.
All right.
Sounds like a plan, my
Andrew,
dude.
I'll keep you informed. All right.
All right, my brother. Respect.
All right, man. Nice meeting you, dog.
All right, my brother. Stay safe.
You too. I'll catch up with you, bro.
All right, peace.
I want a package.
AI News with AI Eric.